Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
We hope that you had a good Thanksgiving and maybe even a good Shabbat dinner if you haven't had it yet. Well, if you haven't had it yet, or you had it yet, or
if you haven't had it
if you
yet.
haven't had it yet, whatever. I hope you're good. We're going to start Shabbat. We're going to light our candles. Light with us if you're got candles there. Bring the light into your house.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadliner shel
Continue with Shalom Aleichem. Just a reminder, all of our Sidurim, our prayer books, are on our website, rsbi.org. If you want to follow along, but many of you know this, and you can just join us. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Loachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We continue with L'Chadodi, bringing Shabbat on into our sanctuary and homes tonight. L'Chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, Ishmi'anu ha'meyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shemo tiferet v'litfilah. L'Chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. L'Chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, Ki hi mekor haberacha, Mirosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tefila. L'Chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. L'Chadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela.
If you want to rise with us and face your door, you're welcome to. You don't have to. As I always say, we can't see you, so you do what works for you.
Ohi v'shalom ha'ateret b'hala, gam b'simcha v'tzola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
We're going to continue with the Baruch Hu. Again, whatever you're comfortable with, if you want to stand with us and face east for that, feel free.
Baruch Hu et Adonai,
you did decide to stand up with us, you can be seated now as we continue with the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'aderech ushokbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha.
In the V'ahavta that Cantor sang, we talk about the mezuzot that we put on our doorposts to remind us that our homes are holy. And while this dates back to the story of Passover, I would argue it even dates back to this week's Torah portion, where Jacob wakes up from a dream where he is able to see a ladder. We'll talk about that in a little bit, and realizes that God is present in not only in his dream, but in his life and in the very place that he was sleeping. And his realization that right among us all the time, there is God, there is spirituality. We just need the reminders. And the mezuzot, the mezuzah on your doorpost, they are part of those reminders to remind us after a long, busy, stressful day, when we come back into our house, treat it like a holy space and you'll feel that holy energy. Let's continue with Mi Chamocha, crossing the Red Sea.
Kamocha nedar b'kodesh Yorah tehilot Osei pelech Malchutecha ra'u banecha Lokei hayam Moshe Miriam Zelianu ve'ameru Adonai Imloch le'olam va'ed Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nedar
Hopefully, just yesterday, you all enjoyed being surrounded by family, by friends, by incredible food, a crowded table. Maybe it was a more intimate experience, but hopefully you had somebody or a group of people to spend the day with. There's too many people in our own community, in the larger Broward community, South Florida community, who weren't able to do what many of us did yesterday, which is to sit down with family and friends and enjoy a feast. They're lonely, they're hungry, they don't have a home. And so as we sing the Hashkivenu, our prayer for a sukkah of peace to surround us all, let's send strength to all of those folks, and let's go out of our way to support the agencies and individuals who are helping to make the lives of those folks a little bit better.
Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Hamideinu malkeinu lechaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Hamideinu malkeinu lechaim.
Save us
For the sake of your name, shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Hamideinu malkeinu lechaim.
5, we sing Vishamru.
Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים
ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
ביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We're going to give you a little bit of time, not a long time, just a few moments, just for some silent reflection. Remember, the gratitude of Thanksgiving didn't start with Thanksgiving, doesn't end with Thanksgiving. So it's a perfect time to continue thinking about what you're grateful for. We have the holiday of Hanukkah coming up. We've got our Chanukiah behind us, getting ready for that. We got lots of good things coming up. So just reflect, and we'll gather back together in just a minute. I want to take a moment to offer some strength and positive energy to lots of our friends this Shabbat. Linda Wachtel, Julia Sadul, Lazaro Sadul, Steve Rios, Jason Bray, Ellen Turco, Donna Berger, Ruthie Reines, Anise Gross, Sammy Siegel, Bobby Dorn, Bob Tokar, Lila Pollack, Vicky Behrman, Karen Mazel, Rachel Banner Godfrey, Alvin Goldstein, Abby Koplowitz, David Bennett, Mitch Rottenberg, Terry Haber, Larry Isaacson, Linda Green, Bob Friedmar, Ted Walder, Sandra Jacobs, Bunny Sable, Susan Lebo, Devora Bat Rivka, Emerson Stuerman, Malka Bat Gedalia Hirsch Veelka, Tova Bat Leah, Debbie Cohen, Eileen Aaron, Bill Eisenberg, Pearl Goldfarb, Golda Kayla Batfega, Natalie Horowitz, Marvin Meat, Mike Wasserman, Susan Rose, Anna Rosenthal, Vanessa Stern, Ignacio Rosenthal, and Dylan Ryan. Feel free, you can type names in the chat or just say them to yourselves as we say a Misha Beirach now. Misha Beirach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Beirach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. In the Torah portion this week, Vayetze, our patriarch Jacob is on the run. He's exhausted, he's frightened, he's alone in the desert. He's using a rock as a pillow to sleep at night. This is no spiritual retreat. This is a low moment in his life, a moment when most of us would not be expecting holiness. And that is where the Torah this week surprises us. Jacob dreams of a ladder stretching from earth all the way to heaven, with angels ascending and descending. It's a stunning mystical image. But you see, the magic isn't the ladder. The magic is what happens when Jacob actually wakes up. He opens his eyes and he says, Achein yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh v'anochi lo yadati. God was in this place, and I had no idea. I didn't know. This is a turning point. This is the sermon, if you will. This is a powerful core of Jewish spirituality in one sentence. Because the ladder is not a highway to heaven. It's not an escape route. It's a reminder. The divine is already right where you are. Even if you're in the desert, even on a bad day, even if you have to sleep on a stone pillow. We tend to think we'll feel spiritual when conditions are perfect, the right setting, the right music, the right mood, the right prayer. But Jacob in this week's Parsha shows us that holiness often arrives uninvited in the middle of our mess, right when we think we're alone. In the dream, the angels move up first and down second, a strange order. The rabbis teach that this is because the angels, they're already here. They start on earth. They begin with us. The ladder isn't Jacob's escape. You see, it's Jacob's awakening. And it's an awakening that he passed on to us. Jacob names this place where he has the dream and this realization, Beit El, the house of God. But nothing has changed about this place. Only Jacob has changed. He's become aware. He's become open. He's become a person who can say, God was here and I didn't know it, but now I know it and now I see. And that's the invitation of Jacob's ladder. Not to climb into heaven, not to wait for a perfect moment, but to open our eyes right where we are and notice the holiness that's been waiting for us. Jewish mysticism teaches us that the ladder is planted in every single one of our hearts. Each action, each choice, each moment of kindness or awareness for us is another rung on the ladder. We move upward when we notice what we've been too busy or too anxious or too distracted to see. So the question of this Torah portion is simple and pretty stunning. Where is your ladder right now? Where is the holiness that you haven't noticed yet? This Shabbat, may each of us wake up just like Jacob and discover that the very ground beneath our feet is more sacred than we realized. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat.
Thank you. We are going to continue with Aleinu on our Friday evening online service. 121 if you're following along. If not, just rise if you want. Sing along with us.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tei gedula liotzer breshit, shenatan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu,
Ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al chol haaretz bayom hahu yihye Adonai echad u'shemo echad. We take some time to remember as we come to the end of our service. We send our condolences to the Bessner family on the passing of Joanne, and to Natalie Fleischman and her family on the passing of Ann Druck. We mark yard sites this Shabbat for Eileen Babchick, the mother of Sandy and Janet, Aaron Ben Meir Shalom, the father of Mark Rotowich, Alfred Berkowitz, the uncle of Jill Shamp, Sarah Farber, the grandmother of Allison Metch, Sadie Goldstein, the aunt of Donna Berger, Ann Greenberg, the grandmother of Ann Gehring, Eugene Hers, the father-in-law of Barbara Hers, Ann Keiken, the aunt of Walter Dorfman, Vera Cliston, the mother of Todd Cliston, Annie Kopel, the mother of Bernie Kopel, Martin Liebenhout, the uncle of Brenda Petrazak, Vincencia Maselli, the mother of Carol Ruback, Lawrence Mayer, the husband of Honey Mayer and father of Craig Mayer, Howard Schneider, the father of Stephanie Weisenberg, Sue Dressner Shepard, the sister of Helena Friedman, Jack Singer, the father of Martin Singer, Alice Stern, the aunt of Mark Weinberg, Jonathan Walder, the brother-in-law of Suzanne Walder, and Daisy Zivin, the mother of Franny Levinson. Of course, if you are marking a yard site, if you're remembering somebody, you can add their name to the chat. You can join us for Kaddish. We say it together if you're following in the Siddur 131. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ויאמרו
Amen.
The memory of all those righteous souls be a blessing.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
We end our service with our prayer for hope, our song for hope, which also happens to be Israel's national anthem. Of course, we invite you to join us if you choose.
כל עוד בלב הפנימה, נפש יהודי הומייה, ופאתי מזרח קדימה, עין לציון סופיה. תקוותנו, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון ירושלים, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון ירושלים.
A little Kiddush and Motzi, and we'll send you on with your Friday night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen l'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
And thank you for joining us online and allowing us to give our security crew, our maintenance crew, our tech crew their much deserved Shabbat off. Enjoy. Shabbat shalom.
Eveinu shalom alechem, Eveinu shalom alechem, Eveinu shalom alechem, Eveinu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem, Eveinu shalom alechem, Eveinu shalom alechem, Eveinu shalom alechem, Eveinu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. Shabbat shalom. Bye, everyone.